Hello, welcome to Thursday night Terrafirmacraft stream. How is everyone doing tonight? Currently, it is just me online, and that's okay because today I actually had planned to do a bunch of resource gathering for my starter base home. So I've kind of gonna be doing a lot of going out and getting a bunch of resources, and figured if I was gonna be doing that anyways, I might as well stream it. So if others hop on, we'll let them join into the call, but it's probably just going to be me tonight, just talking to the chat while we go get materials. So we've got Tegan and iced electric side, electricide. I'm just going to call you iced. Apologies if I have completely butchered that name, but glad you guys are doing good. If we go to, let's see if I've got my bread yeast starter going. Yeah, we're making some yeast here so I can make some bread. But that's a future project right there. But let's go ahead and get on our horse and call you iced. Perfect. That is so much easier than what I was saying there. But I will do that. Glad you could make it tonight. I know we're earlier than our normal time tonight. We'll also be earlier next Tuesday, but this was just when I had time today, so here we are. And we'll kind of see how things go in that regards. Since the last live stream, I don't know if I have shown this on streamer yet. I built a bridge coming into my area where I'm going to be basing. And that's going to be in my next episode that I'm currently editing right now. Probably come out Tuesday of next week. But I have a base build here that I am interested in making here. And I've got a material list that I have been working my way through. And these are the materials that I still need to get. So that's basically what we're going to be doing tonight, is gathering up these materials on our material list that we don't have yet. If I go into configuration and render layers and render all, you can kind of see what my house is going to look like here. So this is what we're going to be building towards. This is kind of a bit of a spoiler for those of you who are here, but this is what we are going to be looking to build at this point. But to get there, I'm still missing quite a few supplies. So I think if I take a look at my rock layer points here, one of the things I know I need is dolomite and andesite. And I know there is andesite and dolomite and diorite all in this area right over here at negative 55 5,000. And if I look at my map, I believe that is negative 55 5,000. So it looks like it's going to be in and around this area north of this desert. So what I think we're going to do is actually take a boat and head out to this area, and that'll let me get the andesite blocks and the dolomite blocks that I need from our list there. And we'll just turn that off so it's not just taking up the whole stream. Do I have chisel and hammer? I need a new hammer, but that's easy enough. We'll go grab our hammer and then get that going. Let's put on some chill music while we're doing this, because it's going to be a very chill resource gathering kind of stream today. A little bit different than our normal. Let me know if the music is way too loud or not. If it is, I can adjust it. That might be a little on the loud side. Take that down just a little bit. And of course I forgot to charge my headset, so that's brilliant. So I get to hear charging battery in my ear, so that's fun. It's fine. Everything's fine. Have I heard of Vintage Story before? Yes, I have. I've heard a lot of people say I should play Vintage Story. I know Gemini Tay had a stream earlier today doing some of Vintage Story as well. I've not personally played it yet, but it's on my radar of games I do want to try out at some point when I have excess free time. The problem with these types of mod packs, the Terrafirmagreg, the Vintage Story, the Terrafirmagreg, is they are big time sinks. And I only have so much free time because this is not, unfortunately, not my full-time job. Although I'd love to have it be my full-time job at some point. We need to grow the channel quite a bit before that becomes a reality. But at this point, but then we get to start experimenting with Create and all of the Greg tech stuff. And that is a non-trivial amount of work. Do I have extra drink? That will work. I have rations, food, and it started raining up real quick. So the insulation is 1 per block. Oh, it's a lot of raw iron. See how well that goes. The good news is when we come, hey Ice, welcome to the stream. Yes, we are early today. It's taking advantage of the time I had available today. So we're just doing a much earlier stream today. We'll also have an earlier stream next Tuesday, and then after that we should be back to our. But there was a Jellystone Park, which was the Yogi Bear one, about 25 minutes from where I grew up. And so we would actually go there every Memorial Day and Labor Day. And when you go to the Yogi Bear parks, at least back then, they'd have the characters kind of like Disney in the costumes going around the park saying hi to everybody as you were like at the playgrounds. And then every night they would have a little outdoor theater where they would show old Yogi Bear cartoons with popcorn and stuff for all the kids. So it was something that I grew up with that brings back some nostalgic memories there. Sauerkraut on her brats, and I don't really care for it. And I usually have slightly larger portions, but yeah, so we're always saying like, which plate is mine? Ricky on the right. It's just something that's kind of become a running joke with my wife and I. It goes well. That's fair. Interesting enough, I live in Ohio. We call it heating and gunsmiths are cool, right? Yeah, are there to be able to work the chisel. Is that so? Look, I'm missing one. Each of these equates to, are you looking at, oh, following me, isn't he? Back to 50-50. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize it would be such a close vote for the two names. That's amazing. Oh, that's all right. How do we like the member emotes? I need a suggestion for another emote to add. I believe I have room to add another one, and I don't know what to make. Pretty sure this is all Dolomite here. I think it can also go in a bottle. Looking real quick. Yeah. I'll get commercial for my wine for the cable TV. Oh my god. I did know that tip, and I was stupid and took beer with me instead of whiskey, even though we have whiskey out. I definitely take black, not the black sand. Don't need that. So the sandstone, the gravel, and the smooth dolomite we will take with us. We'll go load this into our boat and then come get some more. And then we can actually make our way. I think we actually have to go south to get to the palm trees. I think that's the next thing I need to get. Yeah, we'll have to go down to a tropical forest. So I need to go get some of that down by where Geek and Backpack are living. Hopefully I'll have enough room in my chest here for everything. Like, we made the journey, might as well take everything back with us. Weep. Oh, Deacon, thanks for the like. I purchased Saloon Simulator today, and I'm having a blast. What is Saloon Simulator? I've not heard of that one. That a little indie game? I guess the sponge, I don't know why, for whatever reason, this chunk right here has like a visual glitch whenever you're... It's definitely a Future Ricky problem, and we're not nice to Future Ricky. Oh, I'm sure I'm going to get an email from YouTube saying stop. I like the little heart thing. There is Backpack Dock off in the distance, but we live on the other side of the peninsula. Make our way around. And my food's rotten. Excellent. Good thing there's a wasp in your house. That's not ideal at all. That just downright sucks. Hope you got it. Okay. I need a chest of water to wash this bowl out because it's all rotten. Slush. Slush. Lots of slush. We'll use this guy. That'll work. Wasps are the worst. You're not kidding, Hypno. Welcome back to the stream. That guy in there. Boom. Washed. Beautiful. Okay. We are here to make a lunchbox. And to that, I need to make sterling silver plates, brass bolts, and wrought iron screws, which are just bolts from rods. So I could sterling silver. I got some of that. I'm gonna need 6 to make plates, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and get... Where's the fire starter when you need one? Ah! Stuff's not where it's supposed to be. Where are the sticks? Decided which, but we'll be doing that soon. And I'll probably have like the hammer set up right here so it can hammer away the plates while I'm still forging and welding together. Right now I've got the glass station temporarily here because I was making a bunch of glass blocks I needed. But I'll move that out of the way. For that, we'll take him. Seven, 14, 16, 13, 15, minus 15. Sorry, when I'm forging things, I like to think about the actual numerical value that each step has, and if you can math it out to get it lined up, it gets you less time just going back and forth here. But sometimes I start just saying my steps out loud and it sounds really silly of what am I doing. Like, what is happening? Seven, 14, 16, minus 3 is 13, plus 2 is 15, the draw is minus 15. That is how it's done. Optimal blast furnace bellows, 2 wrought iron plate and crucible, and 32 bricks. Okay. We will get that soon. Let's go ahead and get this guy. 7, 14, 16, 2, and boom. Okay. Got some of those now. Now have to make the screws. We're gonna get the saw out for that step. So let's go ahead and use this. I need to put a saw in here to make some brass bolts and to make iron bolts. And then the screw, I need my file. I've got my file. I could put these guys there to make screws. And then I need a chest. So we'll make one of those real quick. Put him, that. And then if I put the 2 screws, what am I doing? Oh, and the hammer. Lunchbox. We have a lunchbox. That's cool. Is there a way to cycle through what's you have active in a lunchbox if I had more than one thing in there? Let's say I put a bunch of rotten food in here. That's not ideal. Put these guys in. How do I cycle through the lunchbox? Is it just whatever's on the top? Shift scroll? Nope. That doesn't seem to work. Control scroll? Ah, the control scroll. Okay. Thank you for that, Vasicot. So we can actually make some better food then to put into our lunchbox then. That is not what we're doing here. We'll put these guys in. And do I have any more fruit? I think we're out of fruit because it's the middle of winter. We'll do some soups like that, because that sounds good enough for now. That's the plan we're going with. Not saying it's the right option, it's just the one we're doing. And bucket is over here. Gonna fill these guys up. There's a I'll look for that recipe here in just a second. Let me get these guys going. Just to get this cooking. Oh, I want that flint and steel right now. Tired of having to make fire starters every 10 seconds. I feel like I'm constantly making fire starters. Oh. Blech. All right. The cooling lunchbox. To do that, I need red steel plates. Obviously, we don't have steel or red steel yet, but we could make those when we have those. And then there's an electric steel box that has copper wire, the cooling lunchbox, and whatever this circuit is. And I assume they just have more options of what you can be able to put in those. So yeah, once we get to the steel age, we'll probably be able to make those pretty quickly, because the difference between steel, black steel, red steel, and blue steel, once we have steel, we can get them all pretty much. I'm not too worried about that, but we just haven't gotten to the steel age yet. We've been very much in the wrought iron age here, and just building up and trying to take advantage of some of the things that we could do in this age, just so we can kind of really make sure we explore the mod pack. We're trying to do a little bit of everything and having a little bit of fun with it. So we're not really power rushing things. We're just taking a little bit of time and trying to enjoy everything the mod pack has to offer. Also progressing a little bit slower than someone who's just power rushing through all the ages to get everything, but I'm here for the journey. I'm not looking to get to like a set endpoint right away. I want to enjoy the journey. And that's one of the things I like about these types of mod packs, is there's so much to do. You can take your time to do it all. Well, that's me. And obviously everyone plays Minecraft different, and that is a-okay. This is just how I like to play. Let's see here. Don't need this guy on me at this point. All right, I've got my lunchbox with some food in it now. That should last a little bit longer. So I think that's got a great way to play mod pack. Thank you. I know it's a little bit different, but you know, I'm here to have some fun too. All right, what was I gonna do next? Tail is the next one I think I need. I have the marble. Well, I have the marble bricks parts. I don't have the smooth marble. We need to go get smooth marble. And to do that, I think the best option is our day one mine. I believe there was a place that I could get some smooth marble at. Sorry, I was talking to myself there for a moment. I do that from time to time. I love your not very pragmatic build, using expensive copper chains and bars for decorations. Yeah, I mean, yes, but it looked cool. So, it's like, we reached the copper age. Let's use the copper. Let's not just like go right into the Iron Age and then not have any of the copper decorations ever again. Be careful in this mine. How dangerous can this mine be? Don't answer that, Hypno. I know we've died here a bunch. You. Stay. Hit the bed just in case. Alright, we're going in. Take whiskey. Oh. Absolutely brilliant idea. Thank you. I'm still hooked. Be right back. Gotta get the whiskey. That is a great idea. Hmm. 27 deaths later. Ye of little faith. It's only going to be like 5 deaths on a death loop before someone signs on and finally saves me. And for everyone's information, I am wearing armor. I just have it hidden because cosmetics. So. Aged beer. That there. Aged whiskey. What are you doing, Shimmer? What is happening right now? Okay. Apparently Shimmer wanted to dance off. That was wild. Fair enough. It's the shimmer dance. You like the shimmer beatbox going. Helicopter, helicopter, you spin me right around. These are all very accurate songs to what Shimmer was up to. Here's a question. Anyone have an idea of where I got the name Shimmer from? Wondering if anyone else plays the same games I play. Out here. Don't die. Light it up. The shimmer shimmy. That's fantastic. FYI, on day 1 of the server, we were down in this mine, and I think it's in the first episode or the second episode where Maya places a vine here and is like, don't worry guys, this vine will grow eventually and it will be all right for us. Well, it has finally come full circle because I'm using his vine. And to answer the question or the statement, Shimmer is the name of Ellie's horse at the beginning of The Last of Us Part 2. So that is one of my favorite games of all time, The Last of Us series games. So I will be naming my horses after The Last of Us horses. And the first game, the horse's name is Callus. Callus. Let's see. I need to go down there where all the fish are. Jump in. Welcome back, Iced. Glad you can make it back. Adventuring is going well so far. The current item we are going after is smooth marble. So we are here in the day 1 mine, or the day 1 cave, to get some smooth marble here, because this is actually marble here. And since we're here, there appears to be some solidite. I have no idea what it's used for, but it's marble, so that's what we want here. Hypnojo. When I finally get a horse, I'm naming it Epona. What is Epona from? I'm not familiar with that one. Oh, I didn't breed support. That feels like it was a mistake. And that's not going to be a lot of support. We'll make it work. Let's go ahead and get some of our smooth marble that we need. Some smooth operations. There. Here we go. Boom. Legend of Zelda. So don't hate me. I've never played Legend of Zelda. And I know that probably makes me a terrible person, but it's true. I have a few 5 ducks, 3 chickens, 2 dogs, a cat. They're pretty funny too. Are those animals that you actually have? Sorry, or did I miss something? Vegan My Little Pony. That's an interesting guess, but no. My grandmother had pet ducks. They had a pond in their front lawn, and she would always raise ducks for her pond. What was interesting though is she was terrified of birds, but kept pet ducks as long as she could watch them from her front window and not have to interact with them. Make it make sense. Because it did not. Good times. 2, 3. Just gathering smooth marbles. The one you played was Majora's Mask, so it's been a while for me. I mean, that's more Zelda than I played. It is a sodalite lazurite mine that is used for whatever. All right, Hypno, thank you for stopping by on your lunch break. Hopefully you have a good rest of your work shift and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much for stopping by. We usually take the eggs. We have sort of a mid-sized backyard, but have 2 chicken pens for the ducks and chickens, and one of them conveniently has an egg hatch on the side. That's cool. That is very cool. Yeah, the ducks that my grandma raised, it was literally for her to watch from her front window. That was it. She just wanted to, she liked watching the ducks in her front pond. Nothing else. No purpose, just enjoyment. What does it cost for a tool belt upgrade? That is an excellent question. Tool, I don't need to be capped. Belt. Let's see, the tool swapper upgrade. Quack. Upgrade. Will we try that? Are these? The basic upgrade is wrought irons, a steel plate, leather, and string. And then it's probably which upgrade you want to add to it. I'm guessing the pouch. Is it just the belt pouch? Is that really all I have to do? Wrought iron plate, some leather and string? Well, I thought it was one of these things, and I was like, well, I'm not there yet, but if that's it, I might make that later today. You use pouch for the upgrade, top left. That's fantastic. Wow. Yeah, so I definitely thought it was more complicated than that, and I feel silly. These are for the backpacks, aren't they? I didn't pay attention. I thought it was from the same mod, and they are different mods, so that's what I get for not reading. My bad. Thank you for pointing that out, and I will be doing that later today for sure. That is fantastic. You can add enough to have 9 spots to work with. Is that what I'm understanding correctly? That's cool. As I casually am just mining rocks. Whenever I am mining rocks, I like to, when I have the time to think ahead, look for actual ores of some sort so that I'm not just mining the rocks. I know I didn't do that today with the dolomite or the andesite, but whenever possible, I really like to mine out an ore, because like I'm going to have to mine it anyways. 2 birds, 1 stone. So that's why I came down here to where I knew there was an ore vein of some sort. And even though I'm not going to use this ore for a while, eventually I will, and so might as well get the resources from it. It's the one time I'm nice to future Ricky. It doesn't happen often. We're actually usually pretty mean to future Ricky. That. Well, thank you for pointing out the tool belt upgrade. That is great news right there. So now we have to make tool belts for everybody else. They're all gonna want one. Thank you. Someone's looking out for me because I'm sure not. Oh, because I didn't bring enough supports. And no one's nearby to bring me any. I don't think I have any in here. Not really. Well, I think the smart thing is to go get some wood for supports because playing around with cave-ins sounds like a bad idea. Because once you get one cave-in, it's like a cascading failure. And then you're just going to regret the rest of the time you have that mine. Bad health advice is drink whiskey. I think that it's the appropriate thing to do here. And in fact, I'll probably pour myself some rye whiskey later tonight. Just because that sounds awesome. One of the joys of being old. Oh, stone axe. I need to make another raw iron axe. I don't know why I didn't grab one. That was foolish. Regrets. If you drank too much. So, that's probably been 10 years now. I was on a server and we did have a mod addition that if you drank too much, you would get like a dizzy screen and it would black out, and it was like inspired by Grand Theft Auto. And then there was also one where if you had a fire and you threw grass on it, then you're smoking grass and you would get really dizzy screen. It was the weirdest mod ever added, but we used to play with that because we thought it was so funny. Backpack upgrades are normal, red steel, aluminum, titanium, and tungsteel. Well, that sounds expensive. We'll probably get to the red steel ones in a reasonable amount of time, and the other ones are going to probably take a little bit longer, but we'll get there. We'd like to try everything out eventually. Sounds fun. It was bizarre. It was really weird. But that was it has been a long time since I thought about that. Look at us, we're being all smart and bringing support wood with us so we are ready to mine through this cave of dangers. What I think we'll call this cave. Beautiful. Oh, and I have 6 on me to make more torches. Excellent. Look at that. Beautiful. The backpack upgrades aren't as big as I thought they would be, but still worth it. You can only hold one at a time without giving them slowness debuff. True. And the aluminum needs an electric blast furnace at MV overclock. That sounds expensive, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means. Looks like the rocks are changing here, which makes sense because I've noticed in Terrafirmagreg World Gen or spawn wherever 2 biomes meet. Always thought that was kind of clever. Big fan. Don't really care about the granite. It's about the ugliest block in the game. I would gladly take diorite over granite. I think granite looks way worse. But that's just my opinion. Two. There. 3. Put a support there. Let's go clean up our inventory a bit here. Alright, so I'm at the start of the EV. My goal is to make a new gun exclusive to EV, and as the great upgrade to the one I have, I'm using the latest version of the mod pack. I've been to the moon at least once. So we are on the 10.9 version of the pack right now. I believe they recently uploaded a 10.10 version. So I think we're one version behind. What does the chiseled granite look like? It looks like that. Not great. I think the granite in Terrafirmagreg just looks too pink. At least in normal Minecraft, you can pass it off as like a brick substitute. But here, it is just too pink and not red. They did upgrade? Yeah. I thought they did. We're probably going to hold off on updating the server for a little bit. Honestly, we're probably not going to update the server unless the first number changes. So if it goes from the 10 series to the 11 series, just because updating the server is a lot of work and we don't want to update every single release, especially when they're like testing bugs and stuff. It just makes our life easier, and we'll let others who are like a single player world do the testing of the packs, and then when it gets to a stable point, then we'll update. So yeah, we'll probably be on this version for a little while, unless there's like a game-breaking bug that needs fixed. That's obviously always the exception to the rule. And the reason we upgraded to this version from the 9.7 version I think we were on, or 9.11, was there was a bug with the beneath where we could get to the beneath, but we couldn't get out of the beneath. And that got fixed in the 10 version, so we're like, well, we have to update the server to be able to actually use the beneath. It was a real issue. Poor Guru went to the beneath and he like messages me, I can't get out. And we had to use the server cheat code to get him back to the main world. He was stuck in the beneath. It was a real issue. Not ideal. But thankfully that's been fixed now, so life is good. How much do I need? Really didn't pay attention to that. Let's see if I have enough of the smooth marble now. Yeah, we're technically in bonus stream territory right now because I said I was only going to stream for 2 hours. Oh God, no! Go away. Huh. Crisis averted there. So I was only going to stream for 2 hours. It's already been 2 hours and 15 minutes, but we're going to at least finish this task up. Unless we want to get some super chats and reach the goal, but why did I put the lunchbox in there? That was almost a mistake. I'm gonna leave some of that stuff there for the next person that comes down here. Take the gravel with me. Those rocks. Checking everything real quick. Cool. Where are the vines? There they are. It happened to me when before I was on an earlier version of the mod pack. Kind of sucked. I had to turn on the cheats and kill myself to keep the inventory on. Yeah, you know, and that's when you have a mod pack that's being updated. Sometimes you're gonna have those little bugs, but I truly appreciate that the developers are working to keep those fixes fixed. Oh, Tegan, thank you so much for extra bonus stream. Super appreciate that. That's awesome. No, I truly appreciate that the developers will take feedback, and if there's something wrong, will constantly keep updating and fix it. Plus, adding new things to the mod pack is so cool. Was it they added the Ad Astra or whatever it was called that allowed you to go to Mars? Super cool that they've added that. Big fan of any mod developers that will actually listen to feedbacks and bug fixes and address it and not just ignore it altogether and be like, well, I've released it and that's what it is. I truly appreciate the developers and the work they do to make this mod pack what it is. I think it's a really cool mod pack. Thank you so much for the super chat, Tegan. Really appreciate it. Poor Cine. The lunchbox looked like the marble, almost got confused. You have to get used to having that lunchbox on me, but that's okay. That's a good problem to have. All right, we're gonna go all the way to my area, drop off the marble, and then check our list to see what else we need to get. Actually, I think we'll do this, and then we'll go make the upgrade to the tool belt, because that sounds awesome. I think we'll do that. Come here, Shimmer. Smooth marble there. And I'll have to reorganize these before I start building. But I should have the, oh my god. Ice, welcome to the ultimate supporter. Thank you so much for joining that. After the stream, I will reach out to you, because as an ultimate supporter, you can get whitelisted. It's not to this server, but it's to the Terrafirmagreg server, where I've had my entire Terrafirmagreg series. So I will reach out to you either or through Discord or something, and we can set up that whitelist to allow you on to be able to play on that server. And congratulations, you are actually the first ultimate supporter, so you're gonna be the first one that gets that whitelist privileges. Hey, Shimmer. So after the stream, if you don't hear me, send me a message and I will reach out to you about that. That's super awesome. Thank you so much. We also got devs listen before current fridge. I developed fridge mod for this pet mod pack, and they actually added it. That's awesome. Come here. All right. What do I need here? Wrought iron plates. Get the forge cooking, and we'll get that going. Man, that is awesome. So we're gonna need a few plates, because I think we need to make more than one upgrade. Am I reading that accurately? I think that's accurate. And then string as well. I don't want to use the silk. The silk's the good stuff. Let's go get some wool yarn. Hopefully I still have some. It's gonna be embarrassing if I don't. God, why would I put that loom there? Can't get behind it. Oh, leather. Need that. Wool. Perfect. What else am I missing? Do I have more leather, or is that all the leather I have right now? I think that's all I have at the moment. So we'll make the upgrades with what leather we have right now. Well, that's okay. Leather. Perfect. And then if I put... Boom, yarn. Excellent. Okay, now I need to make some plates. Oh, I almost grabbed that without thinking about the fact it is hot. Would have been embarrassing. I'm gonna go ahead and make a plate. Get that plate cooling. Grab 2 more. Do that. Lunch. Now I have to wait for that to heat up. Belt, rubber sheets, and the rubber sheets are from rubber ingots. Oh, you need to have red steel unlocked to make the economy plane. Am I missing what needs the red steel? Because doesn't the blue steel plates count? Or is it the steam engine? So yeah, regardless, once we get to the steel ages, that becomes a viable option there. Oh, wasn't paying attention. So you need a tree tap to a raw rubber pulp. Red, blue steel. Yeah, okay. I thought they were basically like the same age, really. So that makes sense. Say hi to stream cable. All right. What was I doing? Ouch. So we need that, like that, those, and that, and we can make 3 pouches with the leather we have. And the question is, how do I add the upgrade to it? Is it in a crafting table? What? Missing something here? So I've got the tool belt and the belt pouch here. Am I missing something to add that into one another? Looks like it's just right into the crafting table. Belt pouch. Do I accidentally have a upgrade already on this pouch that's allowing me to do this, or I have to take stuff out of it? Oh, I gotta take the stuff out of it. Okay. And if I do that, so with that one, if I put him on now, I could put that there. Sorry, we're just testing our tools out here. Put that there. Oh, yeah. This is nice. How far from the steam age? That is a great question. I've got room for 3 more upgrades. I just need to get more leather, so I need to make some more leather to do the upgrades. The steam age, to make a steam engine. I basically need to get to the steel age. So I think once I make the blast furnace to make steel, I believe I could get to the steam age DCM. Also, I see DCM, I think dichloromethane because I'm a chemist, so I'm sure that's not what your name means, but that's immediately what my brain goes to. That's really, I'm sorry if that sounds really weird, but that's a solvent we use in the lab a lot. So, yeah, it looks like we've got our tool belt halfway there. The only thing we need to do next is get more leather to get the rest of it, but making progress, so that is fantastic. Don't want to use my furs there, but I do think I have some. Oh, I gotta make more tannin. That's why I haven't done more leather, is I need to make more tannin. I just need to sit down and do that. It's not like it's hard, it's just time consuming. I'll make leather off stream. I have to think about that for a second, and that sounds like effort. All right, we got time to probably do one more thing on stream. What is one more thing we need? Probably the shale bricks I need on the list. Yeah, we've got the hides. I just need to make the tannin to make the leather, and then go through the steps of cutting it, using the knife and cleaning it and all that. And that's something I'm just gonna do later on, because I gotta let it age in the barrels and all that. I don't want to sit here and just watch barrels age. That's something I could do over this weekend, but I will have this tool belt fully upgraded by the next time everybody sees me. Appreciate the call out for that upgrade so much. That's fantastic. But the shale bricks, I need to get, what is it, 7 stacks for shale bricks. So where is shale? I think the shale was way up north, if I recall. Make the tannin, then go to the shale. That's, you know, that's using your brain. Can't have that. That's actually like a really smart idea. That's this guy. Don't know why I did that. But we'll have this guy for the tannin, and tannin is made with the logs, right? I need the hardwood logs. So let's go over to the wood house here, or the lumber yard. That's what we're calling it. Do I have maple or birch? Something I know will work without thinking real quick. We have baobab logs? Oh. Well, I will be stealing that, because that's one of the things I needed to go get. But not enough, I don't think. Alright, I need to look again to, I don't know why my brain cannot remember which logs I need. So it is, I think the oak will work. Yes, perfect. All right, glad to see the progress. Thank you so much, DCM. How you make this item list? So the item list is actually, I have Lightmatica installed on my client, and I had to do a little finagling to get it to work. But with that, I can actually put in a design for a build, and then also get a material list from the Lightmatica itself from my schematic placement. So that's how I'm able to do that. And I just turn my rendering on and off to turn that list on and off, keep track of the items I need. So that's a little content creator trick right there. One's enough. It'll be fine. Excellent. Now I need to go up north to go get the shale. I believe there was shale right up here. That's where I needed to go to get it. I need to finish my road still. So this is the road going out to Guru's place, and I have top coat on it up to about here, and that's about it. But I've got the road itself made all the way to his place. I just need to add the top coat layer to it, but I just ran out of time and materials to do that. I love these roads. I think it adds a lot of character to the area, especially the peninsula we live on. Hopefully everybody else thinks they're cool too. But I'm a big fan. Oh, I left a floating tree. Embarrassing. That lava going down the side of that volcano is thanks to Kenzie breaking one block at the top in the Bears Are Scary episode of the series. So, if you want to see the aftermath of what happened from that, that is what happened. Now the entire mountainside is covered in lava. What is it to make the top coat for the roads? So, to make that, you need to make the gravel fill, and you can make that with any of the different colored rocks. We're using shale and gabbro for our roads, and you literally just put a gravel by itself in your crafting inventory, and it gives you the fill on top. So it's really easy. I just need to go do it. It was a time thing, not a material thing for me. I just haven't gone around to it yet. So it takes a while to place all those blocks, especially when we're trying to add a little randomness to the patterns. We're gonna stop by Guru's house real quick, say hi. I don't think he's not online right now, but Guru's made this beautiful little cottage over here. I really like the way this looks. Big fan of it. His farm needs harvested for him, but I'll get that later. And now we head across the peninsula to the bridge. I do not have a road going all the way north from here, and we might add that eventually, but I gotta talk to Guru about where he wants the road going around his place. Yeah, what a coincidence, I'm getting shale, right? It's almost like it's what was meant to be and where I found the shale in the first place. Went too far. Actually, it was Hypnojo and Maya that found the shale for the first time. I just asked them where it was and they gave me coordinates, so there might be some closer. This is just the ones that I know about. There's salt there. That probably means there's a salt mine down below. Technically, this area right here is shale, but I don't like mining on our peninsula because I can see that being all places we will eventually build. So that's why I like to cross the river to get to the other side of the peninsula to take stuff from. I'm just trying to be polite so we have room for future expansion and not have to deal with like, hey, there's a big mining pot here that's a big eyesore. But not too far to where we were mining before, so we can get that pretty quick. And the green sand is the ugliest sand in my opinion. So whenever we need sand to make the mortar, I like to use the green sand because it looks terrible in my opinion. I'm not a fan of it. Have roads that correspond to the rocks they lead to. That's not a bad idea. Oh, there's no shimmer. Okay. Leap. This is when cable's gonna respond. I'm forging, I can't. Ugh, this guy. Oh, what was I needed? Shale bricks. I need the rocks for the shale. This is become a nightmare of a mine. So finding rocks for flux for us is... Oh. That did not just happen. That did not just happen to me. Unbelievable. Anyways, our spawn is in a limestone biome, so we actually have flux readily available where we spawn. That's just dumb luck that it's limestone where we spawn, but sometimes it's better to be lucky than be good. Oh, dumb ways to die. That was a really dumb way to die. I have to get all the way back up there, and my horse is all the way up there, and I don't have another saddle. Does anyone else have a saddled horse around here? I don't think they do. And I spawned by the mine, so I was even farther south. I'm going to stop by the town to get some food because I'm not going to just crawl the whole way there. That's a disaster. What a nightmare. I cannot believe that just happened. One last quick task, he said. This will go really quickly. Time to make another saddle. Yeah. Oh, there's I could go steal Maya's donkey. Might do that. Kaolinite and graphite that I hate finding the most. So Kaolinite's actually not bad. Kaolinite, all you gotta do is go to a location that is warm enough and has enough rain. So find a rainforest, and if you use the K mod here, you can see temperature of where the warmer temperature is, and then we also look for the rainfall to find where the more rainfall is. That tells you that right along in this area there's gonna be plenty of kaolinite because it needs high rainfall and high temperature to grow. And then all you gotta do is find those kaolinite flowers. I think I can find it over here real quick. The blood lily, they will always spawn on the surface above where kaolin is, and higher Y levels, 75 to 110. The higher Y levels, the higher the spawn rate is for the kaolin. So kaolin, not bad. Graphite, you have to go caving, and that I agree is a bit of a nightmare. All right, do any of these donkeys have saddles on them? I know Maya had saddled some and then set them free, and I don't know if that's still the case or not. These donkeys have gotten into this forest like a mess. No saddle. Excellent. All right. Well, that's cool. What we were hoping for. Saddle. What's it take to make a saddle? One piece of leather. I should have extra leather, so I can do that real quick. If you use Zyro's mini map and change the Y level, you can see the surface deposits. Helps a lot for graphite. Fair enough. I will definitely check that out. I did have at least one piece of leather left, right? Got one try to make this. Don't screw this up. Saddle. Okay. Well, I said that we had a workhorse here. But, this is more important. Tally ho! We ride at dawn. Literally exactly one piece of leather. Once you get to LV, there's a little difference from Greg Tech that allows you to find ore on a scanner. It's so helpful when you need to find certain things for later stages of the game. I did see somewhere about the scanners when I was kind of playing around in creative a little bit to kind of get my basics of the mod pack. But yeah, graphite has always been the bane of my existence. I agree with that. This horse is not nearly as fast as Shimmer. We might leave this horse out here, take the saddle back with us. It is glitching out at every location too. This horse. Unbelievable. Let's go. Ore scanner LV. Okay, I will check that out. I'm working on some speedy horses. Yeah, name tag, I call this horse Conniption. Gotta go enjoy the stream, have some stuff to do. All right, Olive, thank you so much for hanging out. We will be live again next Tuesday, so we will definitely see you then. And enjoy the rest of your day, Olive. Olive. Like, you come across anything, this horse is like, I don't know what to do. I'm a disaster. Not a fan of this horse. Does have a broken, right? Like, I've never seen anything like it. Wild. Now it does after falling off that cliffside. You're not wrong there. Yeah, right now the presses are ready. Time to make Rocky Ricky and Tipsy Ricky. Oh, you're gonna actually make that wine geek. Excellent. Tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the saddle off of this horse, go free, and never come home. What a terrible horse. It was awful. Take everything. Let's try this again. This time without the certain death. Alright. There are rocks above me. Be careful. Okay. Let's not die this time. That horse was wild. That was painful to ride that thing here. Probably mad at us because we've had him be the workhorse for the last 48 hours, just working in those mills nonstop. No breaks. Probably just digging a ridiculous hole here, but we're just here for some tail rocks. Proceeds to die. It's fine. I'm literally looking for the shale itself. I'm making shale bricks is one of the items I needed. So it's literally, I'm here collecting shale. I know that's kind of crazy that I'm here for a rock, but I have a build design in mind. So I'm gathering resources for that build. Probably not the most efficient use of mining ever. I could probably go look for an ore and shale somewhere. Well, this is kind of like the last thing we're doing for the stream tonight, so I'm just kind of went with something I knew was close by. Shale is a great looking block, right? It's one of the blocks I'm using. I'm using several blocks for this build, but it's one I need a couple stacks of, so we're just here gathering some rocks. Should be, once I'm done with this layer, pretty good on what the shale is I need. Oh, the best Terrafirma music just started too. I wish I knew the name of the Terrafirma songs. That would be cool if I knew that. One second. Press K while shifting over shale in your inventory. What? That's so cool, Tegan. Thank you so much for that. Oh, wow. That's wild. Just immediately shifts it right into the gravel form. That's neat. I did not know that. That should be plenty of shale. So all we gotta do is get home, put our horse away, and then say goodnight to the stream here. Come here, Shimmer, we're heading home. Thankfully, you're not terrible like that other horse was. You have a TFC music playlist? I don't know if we're friends on Discord, but if not, can you send that to me by chance? We greatly appreciate that. Shift while doing all courses the whole inventory. That's useful right there. What TFC is about. Mine rocks for stone to build a nice house. Yep. That's what Minecraft is. Going out, mining blocks, building. Bridge. Just gotta make it home in one piece without dying. We only had one death on stream tonight. Let's keep it that way. You'll put it in my thread of the TFG store. Excellent. Thank you for that. I greatly appreciate that. Making it home all right. Ah. Errors in my way. Totally fine. I see the road. You think it's from that? Is that from Mouse Tweaks? Okay. Well, that is a clever addition, whichever mod that did that was. I appreciate that one. I will be using that a lot. That's awesome. Notice how Shimmer just goes over these mountainsides with ease. Like, what a much better horse this is. Hopefully no one minds that I left the workhorse stranded by the shale mine. Oh, there was surface copper there. Gotta remember that. Always need more copper. Never have enough copper. I need to get rid of that floating block. That looks terrible. I need to remember to do that. Bring some scaffolding over and fix that. I'll do that when I put the top coat in on this road. I'm gonna call that Kenzie's Mountain right there. Or Kenzie's Volcano. Since she decided to let the lava flow down it. Shimmer is now mechanically half mountain coat. Sad part is I was actually trying to breed Shimmer's replacement because I didn't think Shimmer was fast enough, but Shimmer is coming strong now, you know. We're going to have to keep Shimmer around for a while. Big fan. Oh boy, Geek's making wine. Alright. Through town. Take the road to my place. Sun is setting. All is right with the world. All right. Put you there, Shimmer. Geek's about a 20-minute boat ride away. He lives really far south, so we're not going to have that for probably till tomorrow. We don't visit all that often. But we'll go ahead and put all this stuff away, including the backup saddle for emergencies. Let's remember I put that in there. I'm definitely forget that I put that in there. And I think we have had a very successful Thursday night stream today. I hope everyone has enjoyed their time here while we've gathered a bunch of resources, and now I can actually, I've got almost everything I need to start work on my house here, and that's the build that we've been gathering stuff for. But we will be doing that here in an upcoming episode. But we will be back on Tuesday for our traditional Terrafirma Tuesday stream. It will be earlier in the day like today's stream was, and then after that we'll go back to our normal scheduled time. But thank you everyone for being here for tonight's stream, and I hope everyone has a fantastic day. Iced Electric, reach out to me, or I'm going to try and reach out to you on Discord to get you the information for the whitelist to the Terrafirmagreg server, because you are welcome to play on that anytime that you want. Now that you are an ultimate member. And with that, we will see everyone next Tuesday. Hopefully everyone had a good time and enjoys the rest of their Thursday evening. But thank you all for being here so much. It's been a great time. Bye.